Hi guys, this is Dmitro, your English tutor. In this short philosophical video, let's discuss a crucial question, a paramount question to your success, a Duolingo English test, as well as other tests. But for an example, let's take Duolingo, and the question and the issue is, how can I enlarge my passive vocabulary by, let's say, several thousand words in a limited amount of time, in a limited period of time, yes? For instance, I'm looking at this real task at Duolingo, for instance, yeah, and I see that I will make 5 or 6 mistakes here. So there should be, let's say, 8 correct words, yeah, or 9, and I can mark only 2. It means that I don't know 5 or 6 of them. You know, I have a large experience in training people for these things, and earlier, before Duolingo, I hated the idea of mechanical, let's say, cramming of words, like stuffing them in your mind. For instance, that I see this concrete. For instance, I make a mistake. I know that I don't know concrete, yeah? So I go to the vocabulary, to the dictionary. I listen to this word, how it is pronounced. I repeat after the speaker, yeah? Then, obligatory and necessarily, I pronounce it, I spell it in a Latin manner, which I always promote in my videos, like concrete, you see? Why is it important? Because you need to memorize how it is spelled. Otherwise, you will not recognize it. And preferably, of course, I have a look at the meanings of this word, just superficially. I don't need to delve, because I will spend too much time and energy, and we remember that, for instance, I have to enlarge by several thousand words. Yeah, so before Duolingo, I hated doing this, because the coefficient of, let's say, utility is very low. I don't remember from physics this exact term. Yeah, this coefficient is very low. Like the energy coefficient, yes. Maybe, I don't know, 20% or even less. On the other hand, when I began tutoring guys for this Duolingo, almost like 90% of guys, they have problem with this passive vocabulary. They don't know enough words. And in Duolingo, we just have to recognize them, you see? Recognize and mark. We don't have to do anything with them. We don't have to explain them or use them in our sentences. So I started experimenting with this mechanical enlarging of the vocabulary. And you know, I tell you that in, let's say, 19 guys out of 20, this mechanical approach works. And works greatly. What I mean is, for instance, you have access to some resource, like this marvelous resource. Don't ask me, please, what it is. I will not give you a link because I use it only at my private sessions. And however, you can find some other good resources on the internet for Duolingo specifically, or like for any other test, like enlarge your vocabulary for, let's say, IELTS, SAT, GMAT, TOEFL, those lists of words. Yes, you open the list, you input each word to the dictionary, online dictionary, you listen to it, you look briefly, just cast a glance at its meanings, you pronounce it. Yeah, and for sure. And you also pronounce it in this Latin manner. For example, whisper, yeah? You not only pronounce 5-6 times whisper, but you pronounce whisper, 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 whisper. And you do it slowly, you don't hurry, because I have some students who do it in a hurry, and then they forget, of course, everything. Don't hurry, please. This hurry doesn't pay off. And you know, though it's very boring, tedious, it's like nauseating activity, at the end of the day, if you do it like 1 month every day, you will recognize more words at your Duolingo test, for instance. Yes, I guarantee. I have had only recently one guy who has a real problem with it. He just, out of, let's say, 100 students for Duolingo, he's like one who cannot memorize. You know, he jumps, such a very reactive nervous system he has, and he jumps, he hops here, there, and very difficult to organize him. And then he does what I ask him, but then when we return to this exercise after 5 minutes, again he forgets them. He's phenomenal in this, but he's only 1 out of 100. You see, I don't think that you belong to this 1% of 100 out of 100. That's why try to find resources, and let's say you have to enlarge your vocabulary by 3,000 words. Sounds intimidating, yeah? Like gruesome. But you have 1 month, 30 days. If we divide 3000 by 30, it means 100 words a day. You say it's impossible. You know, visually and auditorily, it's possible. If you do like I say, the whole day you work with these lists, then you forget part, next day you briefly refresh, recap randomly some of those exercises that you had done like yesterday or something, yes, and you recognize those words which you have already forgotten, you refresh them again, and then when you randomly access these exercises in 1 week or something, you will recognize that you forget already much less words. And then in 1 month, I guarantee that you will recognize more correct words at your Duolingo test. For IELTS and TOEFLs before this Duolingo, I would recommend students to read clever books and articles. Yes, it's very nice. But in Duolingo, when you have 1 month and you feel that you have to grow your vocabulary by several thousand words, this reading will not do. In 1 month, you will not be able to read so much. When you read, you need to understand the context. That's why words stick to you better, of course, but you need to work again with the dictionary, yes, to pronounce, to understand the context, to reread sentences for 2 or 3 times. Then the question arises, what kind of articles to read. So if you have 2 years before Duolingo, okay, don't work with this list, you just read and that's all. But if you have 3 weeks, your reading will not do any good, I'm sure. Maybe 5% or something difference, it will not pay back, yes. So we have to bite the bullet and utilize this mechanical approach. And so what I want to tell in this video, that this approach works. Don't listen to anybody who says that it doesn't work. It works. It's boring, it's causing vomiting, but it works. If all your career hinges upon your Duolingo result, I think you have to resort to this means, because this wherewithal, tedious as it is, it will help you. So trust me, I have large experience of doing it. And so just don't hurry, you know, when you work with these word lists, slowly, like a tortoise, or tortoise, yeah, a turtle and tortoise, yes, I always confuse, like a tortoise, not like a frantic rabbit. Okay, friends, I hope this video has helped someone to understand that you can enlarge your vocabulary with these mechanical lists. Download them from the internet. There are hundreds of books out there, like 500 most essential words for TOEFL, or 1000 words most essential for, I don't know, for SAT. Yes, work with them, it doesn't matter. The core of the English language is these 10,000 words. Probably Duolingo is a little bit more colloquial, like modern English, than TOEFL, but what's the difference? Yes, I tell you that the difference is some percentage, and this percentage doesn't ring any bells to us. Okay, my friends, I hope you are doing well at Duolingo. If you need professional help, please, you're welcome to contact me. I put all my contact details in the description to this video and other videos of mine. I will help you. I cost some money, but I deliver the result, as practice shows. Okay, I love you and see you in our next video.